the numbers are turning there?
9, 10, 11.
So it's going good, right. Cool. Okay.
Jump on. No.
Thank you. Alright, you're set? Oh. Can you grab that for me?
Huh?
Can you grab my glove? I dropped my glove. Thank you. Right. Here we go. Well, hey everybody, got my son on the back and we're going to go for a nice ride up to Hawera, which is up towards Mount Taranaki this time. And so it's a beautiful day, heading towards the end of spring. It's still November, and we're just going to go for a nice quiet ride again, just my son and I. So this is St John's Hill in Wanganui, and just ahead of me to the right is Virginia Lake. Not sure of the history of Virginia Lake, but it's about 140 odd feet deep. They sent divers down there about 10-15 odd years ago to see if they can find the bottom, which they did. But when I was a kid, you can walk around this lake, there's a path all the way around. When I was a kid, this lake had the most fantastic gardener, and it was full of really, really big fish. Don't know whether they were Japanese koi or not, but it's a beautiful lake, nice walk. There's winter gardens there. There's an aviary just here. And there's barbecues in here that are on city gas supply, so you can just go in here and have a barbecue. So that's Virginia Lake. Oh, and we're still in the 50. Yeah, so it's a beautiful day today. We're at the heading towards the end of spring here in the southern hemisphere. So many of the viewers out there from the northern hemisphere will be preparing for winter. But our riding season's basically just starting. And the run out to Taranaki, where we're going, is fairly uninteresting. There's a few twisties and dips and dives at this end of the trip, but there's a whole lot of long straights all the way out to New Plymouth, which I'll cut out, of course. We're only going as far as Hawera today, which is an hour up the road. And a lot of my recent videos have looked at Mount Ruapehu and Tongariro, Narahoe, which is all over there. But over this way is Mount Taranaki, and that was a close match, I guess, that Hollywood could find for Mount Fuji in Japan. And the last Samurai was filmed out here with Tom Cruise. So there's a bit of low clouds. I'm not sure how much of the mountain we'll actually get to see, but we're heading directly towards it. So hopefully we'll get to see the mountain. It's a berry farm here. You get all sorts of berries in there. Just a nice quiet run, 2 up. Got my youngest son on the back. Just taking him for a ride. And just a little bit of family history about the stretch of railway line to my right. My father was a locomotive engineer for the New Zealand Railways, and he drove a train for a movie called Pallet on the Floor. So if you ever get an opportunity to look that one up, it's a bit of an obscure New Zealand movie called Pallet on the Floor, where Dad had to drive a train into a Bedford truck that was stalled on the railway lines. Just in part of the movie, you know, a guy drunk in the pub stalled his truck on the railway line and it got hit by a train. And Dad's directions were to you know, go 100 odd yards down the line and come and give this truck a bit of a shunt with the locomotive. But Dad being Dad, no, he went a kilometre down the track, and he came at it full throttle and he launched this truck like a billiard ball. And they had to edit part of the movie out because the dummy they had behind the driver's wheel of the truck ended up wrapped around the front wheel of the truck itself. So yeah, so that was a movie called Pallet on the Floor, and the train used was actually being driven by my dad. The top of this hill here is the start of the straights, and there's a few more dips of course along the way, but it's mostly straight most of the way. It's a little bit windy out there too, which is quite common for along here because the coastline is you know, just probably 500 yards to my left. Is the coastline. Well, probably a little bit more than 500 yards, but it's just over there. And if you're into geocaching, there's a geocache just up here to my left. The guy in front of me wants to go a little bit faster, and and that's okay with me because there's a lot of police officers along here, and if anyone's going to get caught, it's completely acceptable if it's in. So this is the Taranaki region. A lot of dairy farms along here, all the way up through Taranaki to New Plymouth. And a big long straight.